Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
Well. Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago is sick of it. He is tired of buses and rogue buses, to be exact, bringing in migrants without permission. Well, they being Mayor Brandon Johnson and his administration, have filed to this point 55 different lawsuits against those rogue bus companies for not following the rules. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what rules might that be? Well, I'm going to read them to you. The city announced it would crack down on buses in mid-November, laying out rules for when and where buses could drop off migrants. Buses were capped at 2 per hour and limited to drop-offs between 8 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The rules also require intercity buses to apply for approval from the city to drop off passengers. The Chicago Department of Transportation said it has not received any applications. So basically, the bus companies are like, we're not applying to ask y'all if we could drop them off, because we're hired to pick them up, right? And we're going to drop them off, and you guys do what you want to do with that. Well, let's take it back a little bit. Of course, you guys know that the city of Chicago has been experiencing a lot of migrants coming into the city via Republican governors, like that of Governor Greg Abbott of Texas, who says that, listen, Democrats, you all signed up for the open borders. We don't want that here, right? And so they come in through Texas, and we're going to make sure they get to where they need to go. And that's with the people who said, open the borders, allow everybody to come in. Now, y'all also know that when Trump was in office, there was a thing called Title 42 that stopped people from migrating into America due to the pandemic, right? It basically said, well, you know, because the pandemic is going on, we don't want people to come from other places and make it worse for us. Well, when Biden and Kamala, because, you know, they put them two together now, when they got into office, they said, well, we want to get rid of that and allow people to come in here. And so that's exactly what happened. Now in Chicago, it is said that they have about 24,000 and counting migrants that have gone into their city since August of 2022. They will probably spend about $300 million by the end of the year taking care of the migrants. Now, we also know that a lot of residents, specifically the Black residents of Chicago, was like, wait a minute. How is it that y'all finding all this money to spend on the migrants, but when we ask y'all for like a youth center, oh, we gonna think about it, right? We gotta meet the deaf and see if we're gonna, you know, do it and this, that, and the other. But when migrants go up in there, now all of a sudden they found a good usage for the school, because it was a closed down school on the south side of Chicago that was supposed to be a youth center. But then all of a sudden, like magically, right? Well, let's go ahead and make it a center or housing for all these migrants that are going over there. Well, of course, y'all saw the Black Chicagoans is like, no. And even to the point, y'all, of them saying, well, no, hey, Trump, can you come over here for a minute? We would love to have a conversation with you, because these people that we've been voting for, they ain't listening to us. In fact, they are flat out ignoring us. They don't care anything about the most loyal group of people that got them in office. And so, Trump, we want to speak to you. But yeah, back to this lawsuit that Mayor Johnson and his administration have filed, again, 55 of them. They're saying also we want to impose sanctions upon these rogue buses that are just doing what they want. For one, they're thinking about a $3,000 fine and or impounding their buses for not doing it the right way. Now, y'all remember I read y'all all the stipulations of when and where and all that other stuff. To me, if I was a bus driver, that'd be confusing. Every 2 hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and listen, I want to stop at the every 2 hours, okay? Every 2 hours, they're allowed to drop migrants off, not every 2 weeks, not even every 2 days, but every 2 hours. That sounds like a lot of migrants. So it's like you're mad at the buses for dropping them off, but you're not mad at yourself for saying, hey, y'all can bring them, but just you got to bring them at the right time. Now, it should also be said that the city of Chicago has been a sanctuary city since 1983. A sanctuary city is where a city is very welcoming to migrants. They say, hey, y'all come in. If y'all come in, we're going to take care of you. We're going to welcome you, right? We're going to onboard you and make sure that you get everything that you need. Let me rephrase that. We're going to make sure you get everything that we ain't even giving our own citizens. That's what a sanctuary city is. Now, not too long ago, it was supposed to go on the ballot that Chicagoans can vote whether they want to remain a sanctuary city. Well, it doesn't sound like they're going to get their wish at all. Sounds like Chicago's like, hey, we're going to stay this way. And so my thing is, Mayor Johnson, you're mad at the buses, but you ain't mad at yourself or your other fellow Democrats that are down for the sanctuary cities, which welcomes any and everybody to go up in there. It doesn't make any sense to me. It sounds like misguided anger. It sounds like you don't have what it takes. I want to use another terminology, but I ain't gonna do that because I'm a lady. It don't sound like you have what it takes to go knock on Biden and Kamala's door and say, hey, okay, we as Democrats, we allowed this open border stuff to go on long enough. It's expensive. And if I was Mayor Brandon Johnson, I'd be like, listen, also, I'm going to be, facing re-election in a couple of years, and I kind of want to keep this job. So I need y'all to help me so that we don't have to, fight for this office. And the other thing is this, Mayor Brandon Johnson, you saw what happened with Lori Lightfoot. She was a one-term mayor. First time that this happened in 40 years. And you got right on in there and just, hit the ground running with ignoring your constituents. And so it's just a mess over there. But again, it is misguided, misdirected anger to take it out on the buses who are just doing their job, opposed to saying, hey, let's stop this sanctuary city stuff. Let's actually help the people we're supposed to help. And then we can go on with the business of whatever else we need to do. But suing bus companies, yeah, that ain't it. So anyway, before y'all leave, if y'all could do me a favor and go over to africandiasporanews.org and invest in our app that we have built just for you. Because y'all know that on these platforms, we are censored and we can't really say what we want to say all like that. And y'all can't either, because in the comment section, you guys are often, censored or warned and all that stuff too. So if you guys go over to our app that is built for us, then we can spend less time over here and be on our own platform and be our natural, beautiful black selves. So in the meantime, y'all tell me what you think of this. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.